guys are welcome to MK World Farms. My name is Maxwell Kofili, and you are once again welcome to my nursery. So this is what we do. We are into mango, fruit and seedlings, but this is our seedlings fruit. So this right from the beginning after 1 month of nursing mango seed. So this is just the process and the procedures we go through. We first need to fill in our pots and our nursery bags. Then we go in by picking our seeds. Then we plant. Then after 2 weeks, they germinate. So as you can see, they've really germinated very well. Which 4 months from this stage, we start with our grafting. It takes a whole lot of process for you to get your mango. Mangoes are not like other tree crops that you just plant the seed and you get it. With mangoes, you need to go by grafting. So every variety of mango you need, you must pick the scion. When I say scion, that's the branch of a particular mother fruits that you want. So that's how we go by it. So this is the process we're going through. Yeah. So after grafting, it also takes 1 to 2 months for them to be ready for transplanting. But before we let our customers pick it out for transplanting, we first preserve it for 3 solid days before we let them pick it out to plant. Yeah, so every variety that you want, you need to go by grafting, like I mentioned. Before you also do grafting, you need to prepare your scion. You must make sure you pick a scion from a disease-free mother plant or a scion bank. Like for instance, when you come to MK World Farms to buy a seedling from us, we have a scion bank because we own a plantation, which there are more than 15, 20, and even 30 years plus. So we pick our scion from those farms. So that helps us to get matured. And when you buy from us also, it takes just 3 years for your mangoes to start fruiting. So these are the things we go through. We have so many varieties of mangoes. Some like Kate, some like Kent, some also like Palmer, Tommy Atkins, Hayden, and all that. But Kate, Kent, Palmer is the 3 most like varieties that people like investing into. So when you place your order for these varieties, we nest and we graft for you. Then after 3 years, they start to fruit. So that's how we go by it. With the nesting, it takes 4 to 6 months for it to be ready. But most people love to buy their seedlings at the raining time because majority of these people are not into irrigation farming. So they prefer using the rain, the natural rainfall, to plant their seedlings. But some people have placed their orders already, which they will be picking their seedling by September, even though the rain will not be falling continuously. But because they are using irrigation system, they are cool to go by it. So that's how it takes. So it takes like 6 months for the seedlings to be ready when you place your order. Yeah, that's how it is. When you want to go into mango farming, some of the qualities and things you must put in consideration before you buy your seedlings is to make sure you are buying your mango seedlings from a genuine and a certified seedlings operator. Because you can buy your seedling and it will take 3 years for after transplanting to not bear fruit. So you must consider all these kind of things. You must make sure you are buying also from someone who knows much about mangoes, because mangoes are perishable fruits, and if the seedling, you get the disease right from the seedling side. So if they don't treat the seedlings well and you went and buy, that's when you start to face early challenges. So those are the things you must put in consideration. We have a disease called anthracnose, which destroy the mangoes. We have BBS also, which also crack the mangoes. You see some star cracks around the mangoes. That's the effect of BBS. You can go to your farm today, and the next 3 days when you go to the farm, you see a lot of mango drops on your farm, thinking maybe someone destroyed the mangoes, but not it. That's the effect of BBS. They destroy the mangoes naturally. So to prevent all this, that's when you must buy your seedlings from a well-trained, certified mango seedlings operator. So these are the things you must put in. And to control all this disease, it's very difficult. But with the help of Bion and continual pruning, you can be able to solve this problem. But for instance, it's very good and very advisable for a beginner to buy a seedlings from someone who knows much about the business. With the grafting, before you graft, like I said, you first make sure you know the kind of variety of mango you want. So secondly, you must go to pick a scion. I mean the branch of every variety of mango you want to graft with. Then you cut the rootstock. You cut it. Then you shape the scion. You divide the rootstock. You put it inside. Then you tie with a rubber. So this is the process. After grafting, it takes also 2 weeks for it to start shooting. Right after shooting, 1 month after, then you start to get your seedling ready for transplanting. Yeah, so those are the process we go through doing grafting and all that. We have a lot of benefits if like someone want to start a nursery, maybe not necessarily go into mango plantation. You can start by getting the poly bags or the nursery bags or the pots. Currently I'm using pots here because this is what someone prefer. He ordered for it and I'm doing it for him. So you can, maybe you can't afford this, you need to buy the nursery bags, which is cheaper. After buying it, you get your seed. Then I can show you how to crack the seed, after which you plant. It takes 2 weeks for them to germinate. After germinating, you wait for 4 months before you can start your grafting. So after grafting, I can also help you, connect you to buyers, then you are good to go. So those are some of the benefits if a young guy want to venture into mango business that don't have land or money to start with the big plantation. Assist other young guys to start with the nursery. I can also help you to sell it out. I started without having customers, but now, like what we are seeing here, have been ordered already. Like I mentioned, the person brought his pots, which I'm just measuring inside for him, which by September I will be picking up. But he has already paid 50% of the whole money already. So by September I will pay the remaining 50%. With the challenge, we see, like I mentioned, if a seedling operator, you don't pick your scion from a well-treated scion bank, you face a lot of challenge that maybe customers will buy the seedlings from you, then they will later complain that they are facing a lot of diseases on their farms. So it's part of the challenges we face. Aside that, some people don't have markets for their seedling. So sometimes you also see that after producing their seedling, whether it's disease-free or diseased, they still face the challenge of marketing. So I also think the government need to push hard on mangoes as well, as it's doing same way to cocoa. I think it will help most of the young guys also to venture into this kind of business. Yeah. There's so many people in the business before me, so I need to wait for them to sell theirs finished before they help me sell my own. So I started with the new strategy by just posting online, like doing online business about the farming. That's where I also getting my own customers. So I think when a young guy, you are a beginner, all you need to do is to start posting it. Try to connect to those who are already in the business. So it helps you to connect with people to help you also sell your own. If a young person or someone want to start with a mango farm, I think if you don't have the funds or you don't have the money to buy the land, because the land is the main issue to start a mango plantation, you can start by the seedlings. Once you start investing the seedlings, you can be raising money. Let me use myself as an example. When I start, even though I have some advantage about my late dad, my father don't know how to nest mango seedlings, but I used to buy from other people when he was alive. So what I did was, when I see to my friend during daytime, when we enjoy mango fruits, I return back to that spot at the door, have my rubber, then I pick the seeds inside the rubber. Then I pick, at daytime I'll come and I'll crack the seed, then I'll nest it. Because I was not having money to buy the seed when I was starting. So that's how I started mine. Some things are there that you can get it for free. You must start with a little you can do, then you'll be expecting it big at later. So I think that's another point of view to get it there.